What's up, Eagles fans? Welcome into the All-22 review. I'm Fran Duffy, and today we're going to take a look back at the Eagles' win over the Arizona Cardinals this past Sunday in Week 5. Now, we're going to start on offense with Eagles tight end Dallas Goddard. 8 catches, 95 yards, led the Eagles in receiving on Sunday against Arizona. And what did we see from Dallas Goddard? Well, a wide variety of usage. The Eagles found a lot of different ways to get number 88 the football. Let's take a look at some of my favorite plays from Dallas on Sunday. Tight end screen is so valuable for this Eagles offense. Here you see a little jailbreak screen early in the game. Look at the yards after catch for Dallas Goddard. But bubble screens as well. All the different kinds of screens that you would throw to your backs and receivers, Dallas Goddard can be used in it. Just a great example of his versatility in this offense. Here, one of their staple plays, this little RPO to the flat. Great job from Dallas Goddard, working vertical and then breaking out towards the sideline to keep that number 2 defender. You see him also working down the seam on a 4 vertical concept. Again, just the consistent usage of Dallas Goddard in this offense. Here, it's 3rd and long. He's settling into the soft spot in zone coverage. They're always finding ways to be able to utilize Dallas Goddard, not just as a receiver, but as a blocker. Here in the screen game, he's giving Byron Murphy all he can handle. Murphy's had enough of dealing with Goddard all throughout this game. And then in line as a blocker, you're going to see him wash down the defensive end. There just aren't a lot of tight ends in football that have the ability to win as a blocker at the point of attack, like you see here, out in space in the screen game like we saw in the last play, and at all 3 levels of the field as a pass catcher. Dallas Goddard, he might be a unicorn. So we saw Dallas Goddard impacting not just as a pass catcher, but also as a blocker. One of those plays, that Kenny Gainwell run, that came on the final drive of the game. 17 plays on that possession from the Eagles as they tried to go ahead to win the football game. Just an outstanding drive. The Eagles ran for 56 yards on that game-winning drive. And what we saw, a number of different run plays to get Miles Sanders, Kenny Gainwell, Jalen Hurts, everybody involved to move the football down the field. Tie game late in the 3rd quarter. The Eagles ran a 17-play drive to kick the go-ahead field goal. 13 of those 17 plays were runs. And this is the first play of the drive. Really helped set the tone. Look at Landon Dickerson. Look at Jason Kelsey. Look at Miles Sanders running through contact here. Outstanding run design here to get Sanders up to the 2nd level. 8 yards on 1st down. But the variety of this run game showed up throughout the course of this series. Here, you're going to see an empty set, jet sweep motion here from Miles Sanders. This is going to be a QB counter play where Miles Sanders, he's going to run from left to right. Jalen Hurts is going to read the defender, and he's going to keep this football, get downhill. You've got Lane Johnson up at the 2nd level. The Eagles get 9 yards and a 1st down in the run game there. Jalen Hurts gives them that level of versatility. Here, 12 personnel set. Watch this downhill run, decisive run, foot in the ground, get downhill, get north-south from Kenny Gainwell, playing off the block from Dallas Goddard. You see Kenny Gainwell fighting through contact here, lowers the shoulder on the defender, and finishes the run. The Eagles did an outstanding job moving the football. They ran the ball to win this game late. All right, so we started there with the last drive, the last scoring drive for the Eagles in this game. Let's now rewind back to the first scoring drive. I thought a great use of tempo early in this game by the Eagles offense, kind of catching Arizona off guard, create some favorable matchups. Let's see how the Eagles got their first touchdown of the game. The Eagles did an outstanding job using tempo late in this first drive to get into the end zone. 11 personnel set, 1 back, 1 tight end, 3 receivers. The defense responds with nickel. That means they've got 5 DBs on the field. And when they're in their nickel, they're going to kick their 2 DNs and place them inside. So what happens here? Jalen Hurts is just going to drop back, and he's going to drop this ball over to A.J. Brown on the left side. Nearly gets a 1st down. Nice job by A.J. Brown not reaching for the end zone because you don't want to put this ball in harm's way. So A.J. Brown gets him to 4th and 1. The Eagles hurry it up. They say, hurry, hurry, hurry. We're going to go QB sneak here. Again, lighter personnel on the field for the Cardinals, so the Eagles are able to maintain that tempo, push the ball forward, move the chains. That brings up 1st and goal. The Eagles stay in tempo, so an 11 personnel set. You still have 3 receivers on the field. Look at this jumbo package. You've got Gainwell and Devontae and A.J. Brown all in the backfield. You still have those light defensive tackles on the inside. The Eagles are able to get that push that they need. Kenny Gainwell offers a little bit of assistance there, and you get Jalen Hurts into the end zone for the first touchdown of the game. Great use of tempo to start the scoring for the Eagles. All right, let's now transition over to the defense, where the defensive front had a couple of really, really impressive reps. We're going to take a look at Jordan Davis a little bit later, but first, let's look at some of these quick pass rush wins across the line of scrimmage. I thought we saw some really impressive reps Brandon Graham, Josh Sweat, Hassan Reddick, Fletcher Cox, Javon Hargrave, everybody involved, really getting after this Arizona offensive line. They were able to pepper Kyler Murray with pressure early in this game, made him feel uncomfortable. The ball came out fast a number of times in this football game, but I think when you look at the defensive line performance overall, you're going to like what you see. I know the sack count wasn't really high for the Eagles in this game, but watch some of these wins from the defensive line. The ball's out under 2 seconds. That was an outstanding hump move by Fletcher Cox. That's a ball to the running back out of the backfield. Brandon Graham just inches, centimeters away from a strip sack here. The ball was out fast. Outstanding ball and catch there from Marquise Brown. That was a triple move against Darius Slay on the outside. Look at that move from Josh Sweat. He looks like Gumby turning the edge here. Again, under 2 seconds. The ball's out to a running back out of the backfield. Look at the wins here. Look at Javon Hargrave, Brandon Graham. 1.5 seconds. It's a red zone fade. So the defensive line, they were able to win. Credit the Cardinals and Kyler Murray for getting the ball out fast to negate this rush up front. And so again, Kyler Murray really efficient at getting the ball out fast. He led the NFL coming into this game in Week 5 with completions under 2.5 seconds. So this is an offense that wanted to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly. Can't always control that as a defensive lineman. They did some nice things to get the ball out fast from a formation standpoint, getting the ball to the running backs out of the backfield. But when you look at the defensive front, I thought we saw some really impressive reps, a lot of what we've seen over these last couple of weeks. Now, when you get to from a sack production standpoint, only 1 sack for this Eagles defense from the defensive line that came with Hassan Reddick. That's one of many third down stops I want to take a look at in this cut-up. A couple of fun third down stops from this Eagles defense here. First one of the game, 3rd and 10. Eagles are in nickel personnel. This is going to be a 3 under, 3 deep zone coverage here from the Eagles. But one key component, Kaiser White, he is spying Kyler Murray here on this play. You can watch him track Kyler Murray out to the sideline, force the throwaway. Now take a look from the end zone angle. And again, you just watch Kaiser White match Kyler Murray, but the rush is off the edge. Josh Sweat, Hassan Reddick, he nearly gets home for a sack here of Kyler Murray, but Kaiser White forces the incomplete pass. Eagles get off the field. Later in the game, 3rd and 10. Dime personnel on the field for the Eagles this time. That means 6 defensive backs, a lot of speed on the field for this Eagles defense, and they respond by playing cover 1. Single high safety, man coverage underneath, and you see just tight man-to-man coverage across the board. No really clear, defined window for Kyler Murray to deliver this football. He throws it into no man's land, and the Eagles get off the field. When you see this from the end zone angle, you see this other theme. Kaiser White mugged up on the line of scrimmage this time. He's not spying Kyler Murray here on this play, though. Instead, he's going to become a part of the rush plan because you've got double stunts here where both Kaiser White and Hassan Reddick are going to loop inside. You're going to have both guys entering that A gap on that side. It's going to be Reddick that gets through. Just a little bit of a stumble there, but he makes Kyler Murray uncomfortable. He's got to fall away from this throw, and it falls incomplete. A little bit later in the game, once again, you've got 3rd and 11, 3rd and long. You've got dime personnel on the field, 6 defensive backs. You've got man-to-man coverage. This is pure cover 1 here from the Eagles with a single high safety. And again, you've got pressure on the quarterback, tight man coverage across the board. Kyler Murray's got nowhere to go with the football. He goes down for a sack. We watch this from the end zone angle. Again, Kaiser White mugged up on the line of scrimmage. He's in a different alignment every single one of these plays. He's lined up over a different player. It's 5 one-on-ones across the board. Hassan Reddick is able to win. Hargrave's able to win. It's Reddick who gets home for the sack. And taking a hyper focus here at Eagles rookie defensive tackle Jordan Davis, career high in snaps on Sunday against the Cardinals, and I thought he was really impactful. We focused on him last week in this segment, so you're starting to see number 90 start to stack games together. Really impressive performance this week against Arizona. Let's see some of my favorite plays. We highlighted Jordan Davis a week ago, saying it was his best game as an Eagle. Well, he followed that up with an outstanding performance against the Arizona Cardinals. First play of the game, stand up the center, find the football, meet the ball carrier just past the line of scrimmage. Very next play, second play, watch the motor here, watch the range from Jordan Davis, tracking down the tight end, Zach Ertz, on a tight end screen. Later in the game, watch the block identification here. Eyes on the block, square up to the guard, watch him just identify and then destroy this block. Lock him out, stay square, and now find the football. Outstanding job from Jordan Davis. That's a TFL for Marcus Epps. That starts with number 90 inside. Same idea here. Completely controls the line of scrimmage. He resets it, impacts that puller on that play. He's able to get off the block and make a play in the backfield. Outstanding job there from Jordan Davis. Again, disrupting the puller, forcing the running back to slow play it. He gets into the backfield alongside Josh Sweat. You saw him impact play play after play after play. Jordan Davis, these look like replays. These are not. These are all individual reps from number 90 in the middle of the Eagles defense. The Eagles made big headlines on the eve of the season by trading for safety CJ Gardner-Johnson. He came away with his first interception as an Eagle on Sunday. Here's how that play happened. Let's see the first interception for Chauncey Gardner-Johnson as an Eagle here. You see him here lining up in the post. He is the free safety on this play. And now the Eagles with a 5-man front, you're getting a 3 under, 3 deep coverage. It's a zone match coverage here from the Eagles. You get this vertical route concept from the Cardinals. They're looking to attack downfield. And Kyler Murray, he initially looks like he's working those 2 inside routes between the hashes. But once he sees Gardner-Johnson flip his hips, he's going to try and go over the top of this big post. But watch as Gardner-Johnson flips his hips back the other way, tracks and finishes. Great interception there for CJ Gardner-Johnson, his first pick as an Eagle. So the Eagles coming away with a big win over the Arizona Cardinals out in the desert. Those were the big plays that stood out to me on film. We've got a lot more to break down over the course of the week as the Eagles get ready to host the Dallas Cowboys Sunday Night Football. Be sure to check out the Eagle Eye in the Sky podcast, Eagles Game Plan, the rest of our All-22 analysis right here on all of the Eagles digital channels. We'll see you next week right here on the All-22 Review.